give everybody a chance to hop back on. We apologize. We had to end the feed. There seems to be an issue with StreamYard, the streaming service that we pay for. Anytime we go to record on the system thing or on the camera here, it actually shuts off and locks us out of our audio and our camera. So,
but we're back. Shit.
We're back. What's going on, Darshan? Adam, how are you? Oh man, what a week.
Good. What's up, bro?
Just I hate it. I absolutely hate it when things don't work, especially things that I spend a lot of money for every month.
Mm-hmm.
And something as simple as turning on a record button shuts off the audio and shuts off the video. That's it.
Absolutely. But we here. So, today is going to be a advanced 101 type video today.
Sure.
And we figured we do this little live stream because we always got questions throughout the week until our next video comes up about pretty much some basic cigar advanced 101 type shit. So,
but before we get into all that, can everybody hear us okay? We want to make sure that the audio is coming in okay. It looks like the video is coming in all right. Can everybody hear us okay? Looks like Adam is smoking in a Silent 13 Pandemonium.
Axel Rodriguez, what's going on? Yeah, sounds good. Audio's good. Big Black, what up, bro? What's going on?
There we go. Appreciate that. All right, so Brother Stogie.
What's up, bro? What's up?
If
y'all were here, you would see these fumes coming from his head right now. He damn near slammed the table and made my 805 come out of the bottom. That's how pissed the level of festivity that he was at. The level of festivity that he was at that time.
I'm telling you, I just like things to work.
I understand, man. So as we do this, we're gonna do a Retrohale 101 and kind of like some on the go basics for how to make sure that your torch is doing what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
So
and
it's
Halloween.
It is Halloween. Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Trick or treat. You've already scared me twice today, so
trick or treat, you knuckle.
You already scared me twice today, so you're doing pretty good.
I'm at the office. And I go to my people's office and I say, "Hey, how you doing?" They go, "Oh, you scared me." You scared me. But look,
it's not like you walk up to them either. It's like you wait for that perfect moment to throw the bass in your voice when they would least expect it. Like when somebody's walking in from their backyard and you just happen to be standing like a creeper right next to the door. Hey, anything else I can help you find? I'm like, what?
But look, I'm just black, all right? That's it, all right? There's nothing scary about it. I'm just a black man trying to do his job. That's it.
Axel in the house. What's going on?
Let's see. It happens, fellas. Just grab you a smoke and drink. Yeah, so we got the 805 from you over here.
Got the Corona.
And I got it looks like a nice Maduro Gilberto Oliva.
Yes.
Nicaraguan Puro, it seems. Noir.
And I am smoking the Oliva White Label Connecticut.
Let's see a good Retrohale. All right, so we're ready for us to get into the damn video already.
Mm-hmm.
No patience, shit. No side talk.
So, why would a cigar smoker want a Retrohale? And to clarify, what is a Retrohale?
A Retrohale is when you take your initial drag.
Right.
And instead of letting all of it go through your mouth, you letting some out through your nostrils. So the Retrohale is the actual
pushing through
of the nose of your drag of smoke from your cigar or your pipe.
That's right. Now, you have you've made a couple of mistakes like I think most of us have.
I made a lot of mistakes.
But your one mistake was actually caught on an early episode of ours a couple of years ago where you were attempting to retrohale.
Yes.
And you made the mistake of trying to push all the smoke through your nose.
I did. Which was a big F up. I mean, because especially so when you retrohale, it all is your result is based off the kind of cigar that you have.
Right.
So if you have an Habano, if you have a nice light color wrapper, or if you have a Maduro or a Squirtle double Maduro, that's gonna all determine what your result gonna be at the end when you retrohale, or if you fucked up or you put too much smoke through your nose or not. So, yes.
Yeah. So we're going to retrohale the cigar today, and this is a better way for a cigar smoker or a pipe smoker to pull more of those flavors out of their cigar as their pipe as they're smoking through. Because there are going to be flavors that you get off of the retrohale that you probably wouldn't pick up if you hadn't. Now, any tips beyond just trying to push all, or any tips on what not to do besides trying to push all the smoke through your nostrils all at once?
So from what I've learned myself from these years of trying to perfect the retrohale, which I still have not done unless I'm smoking my pipe.
Right.
That perfect, because there's no sting, no oomph off that. The plumes.
The plumes.
The plumes,
yes.
Right? So at least for me, that you don't take all the smoke through your nose. But if you a G like our boy Cigar Head Fred, he takes all the smoke and pushes it through his nostrils.
He's got to have some strong nostrils.
You know what I'm saying? So he is one of a kind for sure, because he does that. But the rule of thumb is that you let out at least maybe 80% of the smoke through your mouth.
Right.
And the last 20% of it, you trap with your tongue, push your tongue on top of your mouth, and you let all the rest of the smoke come through your nose. So, Cigar Tank gonna be the one to go ahead and demonstrate this one, because I don't want to mess it up like, a rookie beginner.
Very simple. I mean, and this is a very mild to medium smoke, in my opinion. This isn't one of those powerhouse cigars. So if you are going to do a retrohale with a cigar and you haven't gotten used to doing retrohales before, I would definitely recommend starting off with something that's in the mild to medium range. You probably don't want to go and grab a powerhouse cigar and try retrohaling for your first time. That's usually a recipe for disaster if you haven't built up a little bit of a tolerance for that.
And actually, I would as a beginner smoker, because we have a lot of beginner smokers watching it. As a beginner smoker, I would say hold off on retrohaling.
Yeah, learn to pick out the flavors first through just the puff instead of just trying to go straight into the retrohale.
Or just learn how to drag. Period. Because sometimes you could be like in mid conversation, you got all your boys around the table, everybody chilling at the Titan Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about how the Rams won today and how what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? How the Saints beat the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
and you
feel
trying
bad for the Buccaneers.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to smoke and drag at the same time. And because you're not paying attention, now you're choking on your plumes.
Right.
Which is another rookie mistake. So just learn how to take the drags in first. And like Cigar Titan said, get your flavor notes of just dragging it through your mouth. And then, once you become a regular veteran in the Titan Lounge, then you start working on taking it through your nose.
Right. Absolutely. So, all you're going to do, if you've never retrohaled before, is you're going to take a drag of your cigar. You're going to blow out the majority of the smoke. And that last little bit is what you want to push through your nose. Just use your tongue to push it through. Do it a little slow. Mm-hmm. The faster you go, the more it's going to burn.
Yes.
And so you want to take your time with this. It's really, like I said, it's really about pulling out additional flavor notes out of the cigar. And that's it. I mean, it's super simple. This isn't very complicated.
So an example of picking up different flavor notes with the retrohale. So we were smoking a couple of weeks ago, and we had a cigar. I forgot which one we were smoking, but the flavor notes that I was getting off the tongue were like, your natural earth tones, maybe a little bit of pepper, hay. But as soon as I took the retrohale, I started giving like a cookie almost. Right. So it kind of changes it up. All your nose fibers up here, y'all, that picks up different flavor transitions for y'all.
So you want to give it a go?
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. So, brother, so you want to do it? Hey, so check this out. Before I go ahead and do mine, this is a pretty much not just a retrohale and one-on-one. This is like more of a Q&A type thing. So if you're watching this live right now, feel free to ask some questions. If you want to be supportive of your boys, Cigar Titans and the Titan fam, there is a little money symbol if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh,
Boom! Right there.
big black.
Big black. That's what I'm talking about. Show some support to your boys in the Titan Lounge and throw a little donation. You know what I'm saying? Kind of helps us, elevate the Titan Lounge and give the people what they want.
Right. We've held off for quite a while, almost 3 years.
We have.
We want to make sure people feel like they're getting quality content and things like that. So if you want to support us more, we definitely would appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, so Brother Stogie, Retrohale. All right, here we go. This is a smoky ass cigar too. Shit. All right, hold on. So take a drag. Boom. There you go.
So Adam says, when I first started retrohaling, I was told to let out about 80% to 90% and then press your tongue to the top of your mouth and try to blow the last little bit through your nose. And that is 100% correct. That's exactly what you want to do.
Exactly. What up? Halil. What's going on, man? Yeah, we homies now, man. He done found me on Instagram and shit, and we homies now. What's going on, man? So yeah, so that was a Retrohale, man. So that's
super simple.
Super simple.
Yeah. I see a lot of folks, especially new cigar smokers, when they're just starting off, they want, hey, show a video of like what a touch up looks like on a cigar. What does a retrohale look like on a cigar? Like those aren't typically full video topics.
Right.
Because they're very short, straight to the point. How do you touch up a cigar?
So I've seen. So we were at a Halloween party last night at the La Biblioteca Cigar Lounge in Placentia, California. Shout out to Smokey Affair. It was her birthday last night. No, today is her birthday, but we celebrated last night. And everybody was at the cigar lounge. Everybody was chilling. So we had a few newbie cigar smokers there. Typically, you can tell who's a newbie and who's not.
Right.
And this is how I can tell who's a newbie and who wasn't. So my boy, I let him use my torch. My torch, this is my torch, y'all. You see that? That's the torch. And want to see the flame? Here you go. Boom. Boom, right? So that is clearly about an inch flame, right? He took his cigar and he went here. Okay? Here. Let's see. Off camera. Here, see that? Right there. You shouldn't be that close to your mouth with your torch, especially if you got a big ass torch like this one, to go ahead and touch up your cigar. So if you want to know how to touch up your cigar, in this case, cigar title was too far, I like to go ahead and do the outside of the cigar and touch it up. So I go,
just
I barely touch it.
Just around the rim, right?
Not a full torch, around the rim.
Yeah.
And
just soft and easy.
You know what I'm saying? You go.
Soft and easy. That's it.
Take some good drags, and you're relit. Simple as that.
So, Brother Stogie, we are going to talk about how to prep your lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about that. I see you got a couple lighters here.
I do. I have one that's empty. Okay.
You have
for the purpose of this.
You have your butane?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, I got butane right over there if you want to
go. Got another one right here and one right here, right? So there's always a chance where you go and you pack your smoking bag, you at the Titan Lounge chilling, and you're like, hey, you got a torch? Yeah, I got a torch. Pull your torch out. Boom. Click. 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 Click, click, click. Like, shit, it don't work. I just filled it up. What happened? There's a couple things that can happen. Okay? Either you didn't fill the butane properly.
Right.
Or you got some malfunctions going on within your torch, which in this case would be an excess of gas, and that pressure needs to be relieved or bled from your torch. And that's what we're going to teach you right here, right now.
I've also found that if you're using lower grade butane in your cigar lighters, they tend to sputter a little bit more, and you have a harder time getting a good connection with the ignition of your lighter and a good flame.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always recommend, if you're going to go out and you're going to buy butane, buy some quality butane for your lighters. I mean, these lighters, you've got like a $10 or $15 lighter, probably doesn't matter what kind of butane or whatever you're throwing in there. But if you're going to spend 70, 80 bucks, 100 plus on a lighter or something, put the good stuff in there.
And
make it last.
Cigar has a high quality butane.
Yeah.
And I think Colibri has a high quality butane as well.
Yep.
So usually if you go to your brick and mortar, they usually will sell your high quality butane right there in the store. And it's not that much for a can. And you usually get at least 15 to 20 refills off of one can, depending on the size of your can. So before we get to that, you got it. Right?
The best way to smoke a cigar is first to eat an edible and smoke the cigar while you wait for it to kick in. Brother Stogie, is that true?
So, all right. So when you eat, while you eat an edible, you wait for it to kick in, right? So I don't really see what the pleasure is in that. But I will tell you this, and I'm not saying it because I've done it myself. But when you have ate your edible, your edible has kicked in, right? And you start smoking a cigar, I have learned that the cigar kills off the high from the edible.
Is that true? Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
So if you want to feel that pleasure, you want it to last longer, not saying that I have felt the pleasure myself or have experienced that feeling, make sure you do your edible as you're nearing the end of your cigar so you go ahead and finish. It's almost like a nightcap.
Okay.
Almost like a nightcap. So, bleeding cigars. Keep the questions coming. We appreciate that.
We're not bleeding cigars. We're bleeding cigar lighters.
Bleeding cigar torches. Bleeding torches. Yes, not bleeding cigars. I said that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that. So,
all right.
What you'll need for this, and I'm gonna use this is my multi-tool for my pipe. And for this little demonstration, we're gonna use this portion right here. That one right there. So every butane lighter has that little center. Oh, where we at? Where the hell? Oops.
There it is.
Right there. See in the center? Right there. That's usually where you put your butane lighter in to refill the gas. So what happens when your torch is not working properly, you have too much gas built in. So usually if you go to, I did this a couple years ago.
Okay.
Went to a cigar lounge. My torch wasn't working. You wasn't with me that day. I was out there by myself as a newbie. And he was like, hey, can you fit my butane? And he was like, did you bleed your torch? I was like, it bleeds? Right? I was like, what the hell does that mean? He's like, did you release the air from your torch? Oh, no, I didn't even know did that. So it does that, y'all. So take a point, use a pen, a knife, whatever you have.
Paper
clip or whatever. Open it up, take it in the center part, and listen.
Put it up, by the way.
There you go. Boom. So you have just released pressure from out of your torch. And it will, in fact, boom, work just fine. Now, this one I already filled with butane, but it was kind of working a little cheap, and I wanted to try it to see if it make it run a little smoothly.
Right.
And that's what it did. But let me go get the actual butane so we teach y'all how to actually feel.
There you go.
You like it?
An actual shout out to Kevin over there at Cigar Prop. He does have a lot of cool little gadgets that you can use on your lighters, things for cigars, cutters, and everything else. If you guys haven't checked him out, go over to Cigar Prop and check him out.
Let's see. So here we go. Back get it. Another rookie mistake I did when I was first starting out, didn't know what the hell I was doing. Take a sip. Hey, cheers, everybody. Everybody in the lounge right here, all 13 of y'all. Another rookie mistake I did is I would do this. Got a butane can, got my torch. How about boom?
Yeah, it doesn't go that fast.
Right? But does this even work like that?
Well, I mean, you're shooting it up instead of putting it down.
Exactly. So, inertia, gravity, it all flows down. Torch down, butane down. Press it. And what I do, I usually go 1, 2, release. 1, 2, release. It's just about full. Just that quick.
Yeah, now, so some of the lighters you guys may have bought out there may not have a little window or a reservoir where you can actually see how much butane is in your lighter. So you may have to guess at just how much you're putting in there. Like my beast of a Cigar, that brick lighter that I have, does not have a little reservoir window on there. And so when I'm filling it up, I have no idea how much butane I need to fill that thing up. I'm just guessing. Thankfully, this one has a little, as you guys can see on the side here, right there, a little reservoir window. It's looking a little low, but at least you can tell how much butane you need to put in your lighter.
So someone's going to ask us, but hey, so if we don't have a reservoir window and we knew, how do we prevent ourselves from blowing ourselves up, filling up our torches with these butane cans, right? So there's a smooth way to figure out if your torch is full or not. So what happens is when you put your butane in and you're doing your pumps and you pump about 5 times, and once it's full, it will start to bleed out, to get an overflow of the gas. And what happens is the bottom of your torch actually freeze over because of the cold residue or put out that the gas, when it does its chemistry shit. I feel chemistry shit, so I don't know all the words. You know what I'm saying? But it will freeze over. So don't be afraid. You're not gonna blow up. You're not gonna catch on fire. Don't trip. That's just letting you know that either there's too much pressure in your torch, you need to bleed it out, or your shit is full already.
Right.
So word of the wise, I watched some videos, a couple, cigar veterans. They say once you put the butane in, allow your butane to go ahead and warm up. Put your torch in the palm of your hand if you have one that's small, so the butane fluid can go ahead and fill up. And then once you do that, first go. Look at that. I didn't have to double click that one. Nice and strong and shit. Boy, I tell you.
So actually, hand me the butane right there. I wanted to show everybody else one other thing. So not all lighters are created equally, and every once in a while you're going to come across a butane reservoir tip that may not be the same size as others. And for that, in most butane cans, you'll see here inside, let's see if I can get that in there. Boom.
There you go.
Inside, you'll see different reservoir tips in there to accommodate whatever size is actually needed. All right. I saw a comment. Scott the Robot says, have never successfully refilled the butane lighter. So much wasted money.
So after this video, Scott the Robot, I hope you will successfully now fill your torch lighter. It's simple and easy. So we have 18 people in this lobby in the Titan Lounge right now, almost at full capacity.
Yes.
Go ahead, throw your questions out. If you're shy, don't worry about it. These are all family. Adam Wolf, Mathis Bailey, we all family up in here. So don't be ashamed of your questions. Well, this might be too rookie. No, we are here to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to make sure that you are ever in a real cigar lounge with us. And we want to make sure that you have been taught the etiquette now. Right. Before we meet you in public.
In public.
You know what I'm saying? You start messing up shit. We don't want you to blow up the Titan Lounge because you're doing some ridiculous shit with your butane can. All right?
So Mathis says, Brother Stogie must be behaving at the house. He getting out regularly.
What the hell? Mathis is a smart ass.
Lee, shout out to you. Thanks so much. We appreciate the donation. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yes, I am behaving at the house. I let the wife go ahead and take my truck this morning and do a little grocery shopping. I watched all 3 of my badass kids. I seen 2 of the motherfuckers outside. Here, go play. We trick-or-treating? No, we ain't trick-or-treating. We trick-or-treated yesterday. Today is my day. It is Sunday. We're going to be at the Titan Lounge. If I see another damn pumpkin or another piece of damn Twix or M&M, I'm going to scream.
Yeah. And then what'd you do when we went to go get lunch?
I got an M&M and a Kit Kat. Well, I figured, shit, it's M&M. We got to be in the festivities, you know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to go ahead, and pair a Kit Kat with my cigar.
Right.
So I got one.
All right.
Actually, I want to go back to one of our past videos and go over some comments that we got.
So I did want to do a quick shout out here to Rob Pullman. I forgot to put our disclaimer up at the front of the video that nothing we discuss should be considered medical advice. We are not medical professionals. And when you go to see your doctor, the last thing you are going to tell your doctor is that Dr. Brother Stogie and Dr. Cigar Titan told you that, smoking cigars and retrohaling and all that good stuff lowers your blood pressure, you are not going to do that because we are not medical professionals.
Next year, I'm going for my doctorate.
Well, I tell you what, when you get certified and you get your doctorate,
I'm going for my doctorate next
then
year.
we'll have an official doctor on set. But until that time, we are not giving out any legal advice.
Oh, that is funny. Yes. Let's see. What was our last video? Retrohale, trick or treat. I think it was Mathis Bailey. Mathis Bailey said on our last comment, and if it wasn't you, forgive me. But I'm going to point you out since you said the last comment about my family and my wife. You said, I know you, Brother Stokey. You the one that go out on Halloween and snatch people's Halloween bags. It's because I'm black. No, I don't. I am a nice guy, whether you know it or not. You know it's funny. We went to a trunk or treat for my son, for the Down syndrome community, and we had a little trunk or treat. So, as most of y'all know, especially if you follow me on Instagram, I dressed up as
Simon Phoenix
from Demolition Man. So you got this big ass 5'11", 245-pound man wearing overalls, a cut off orange shirt from Tractor Supply Company, his old law enforcement boots, and a full bandolero full of live 12-gauge shotgun shells. Right. It was a lot of people who passed up our vehicle.
Really?
Who didn't come and get shot? Right there, big ass bucket of candy, and he just walked right on past. So, a couple people told me that day, you look really intimidating.
Maybe smile. I don't know.
It's a fucking costume.
Just putting that out.
It's Halloween. It's a costume. You know what I'm saying? It's just a costume. Like I didn't know. I didn't know Simon Phoenix was that damn scary in real life. You know what I'm saying? It was just a movie. But anyway. Yes.
Just want to throw in a disclaimer here because we have been having some technical difficulties with StreamYard. So if the camera happens to cut out during the live stream, we may have to cut this one a little short because it isn't letting us turn the cameras back on for whatever reason. When the camera logs out, it locks us out of audio, it locks us out of video and everything else. So just want to put that out there in case.
How much time we got left?
Probably about less than 5 minutes, but we'll see. We'll go until something happens. We'll figure out the technical difficulties later on and what happened and what's causing that.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'm going to throw the laptop and the camera across the stogie den. We don't want that.
Mahali Halil said Taco Bell is the future of everything.
Taco Bell is the future. You know what? I used to be a big fan of Taco Bell. Like lots of late nights coming back from the club, hanging out. And it's like, oh, where can we get like 500 tacos for $1? Taco Bell. So we go to Taco Bell and they used to have a pretty good menu. But over the last, I'd say 5 years or so, Taco Bell has really dwindled down their menu to just a very small, select few items that they sell now. You ask me, your best bang for the buck is Del Taco.
And as you say that, your boy Adam Wolf had your back right there. He said Mahali Halil. Did he cut off already?
It did. See, and they can still hear us.
Okay, he said Mahali Halil. I think Cigar Time is gonna fight you on now because it is Del Taco all day, every day, baby.
All right, guys. Well, it looks like, we're locked out of the video part of this again. I don't know what the problem is. So we're going to say happy Halloween here. We hope everybody has a safe and healthy and happy Halloween. Don't do anything too crazy tonight. We all got work tomorrow, right?
Most of us.
I'm
off tomorrow.
Lucky.
I'm off
but
tomorrow.
Until next week, guys, we appreciate everybody jumping on with us on the live stream. I promise you by the next time we do the live stream, we'll have these technical difficulties figured out.
And until next time, live how you smoke. Smoke how you live. That's smooth, baby. We love y'all.